It's your favorite cameraman, Diamond District, rocking with Media House News.
Welcome to Media House Entertainment.
Yo, this your boy Shooter Trav. We live and direct with another interview. Who I got the pleasure to having on the platform today, man.
Hey, you got Diamond District in the building.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, you know for taking, photos of some of the baddest women out here, man.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Some of them.
Yeah, you got a nice little roster going on.
A little something.
But before we get into all of that, how long have you been into the camera thing, and what got you into the camera game?
Okay, well, I got into it now. August will be 10 years. August will be, hold on. I got into it in 2010. So, yeah, August will be 11 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 11 years. I started, and it wasn't me by myself. It was me and my bro, Jermaine. He in PA right now. But, I was modeling back in the day.
Okay.
So, I was scouting models for other photographers, and in return, some of them would give me, free shoots for promo type stuff. And my bro was like, bro, stop doing that. Get your own camera and do it yourself. I'm like, man, it's too much work. The lighting, because I was shooting with people that was crazy. So the lighting was crazy. I just knew I couldn't do that, or at least I thought I couldn't. But Jermaine was like, nah, you can do it. So, long story short, he bought a camera, brought it to the house, a Canon 1D, in 2010, which was, that's Canon's flagship camera, so that's their big boy. And he brought it to the crib, and it was over from there.
And it was over from there.
Yeah, it was over from there. I was shooting every day, pretty much, anywhere from 5 to 8 models a day, free, no money, anybody that wanted to shoot. I wasn't really discriminative about who came and shot, guys, girls, young, old, didn't really matter. Just anybody that was willing to get in front of my camera, so I could learn it. Because quickly I did realize I liked it. And I noticed that the free shit kind of worked out, because the more I shot, the more they tagged me, the more other people would see it, the more my fan base would grow. So, back in 2010, Facebook had a cap on the amount of people that could be friends on your page. So I started the page, and in about 4 weeks, it was at 5,000, just to give you an idea. And I didn't send one friend request. And so we was doing, it was crazy. Some days we'd get on there, like 500 friend requests in a day, just trying to keep up with it, like, oh, what the hell's going on? But I realized that people like free shit. My new motto is time is money, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to switch that up.
Back then, what type of shoots were you doing? Were they like the
nothing like what I do now. Nothing.
Way different.
Yeah, it's nothing like what I do now. So now, I'm more on sex sales. That's the fastest money that works for me. Where we located in Raleigh, so it's no real industry here for me, for what I've experienced. I ain't speaking for nobody else, but for what I experienced, it's no real industry for fashion. It ain't no real industry for certain things here. So I do what people want to see. And in the beginning, I didn't start out like that. I was just shooting whatever people wanted. A lot of times it was dresses. It might be guys in some suits. It might be guys and girls, but it was never anything showing skin. Matter of fact, the first time I shot a girl in Tampa, and she starts getting undressed, and I turn around. She's like, what you turning around for? I'm like, because you getting undressed. She was like, nah, I snapped them pictures as I'm getting undressed. And I was about nervous,
And that kicked it off right there.
Yeah, it did. And I had one of my bros with me, it's really like my cousin, and I had him with me, and so when I turned back around, I'm like, damn, got me out here looking gay and shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I was trying to be respectful, and he started laughing. He said, nigga, I just turned around because you turned around. So he said, I'd have never turned around, So that kicked it off, but I still didn't realize that that's really what people wanted to see.
Okay.
For me, I was really trying to help people. I wanted to see people get out of photography, what they've been trying to get out of it as models. Because I know when I was modeling, it was hard to get photographers to really believe in you and just and like invest their time in you. So I was trying to do that. I didn't really need the money. I wanted it, but I didn't need. I had a full-time job, so I was working.
Yeah, so
but
that's like you said, that's a different energy.
Yeah. I ain't on that no more though.
Yeah.
I ain't on that shit no more. I want to be though.
Yeah.
But now I need the money.
Yeah. So how do you go about getting your models? Or how do your models come in and gravitate towards your brand? I know now your brand has grown, so
Yeah.
you know it's easier now for different models to reach out to you. But along the way, how did you build it? So you started out there, like you said, down there in Florida and Tampa, you kicked it off. So how did it expand from there to you starting to get more models?
Yeah, so I didn't start out in Tampa or Florida. I started here in Raleigh. I'm from Raleigh.
Yeah.
But I got family down there. So I would be in Tampa and tell my cousin, look, I'm down here. We're gonna be down there 3 or 4 days, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be trying to shoot, find me some locations, I'm gonna find some girls. And typically I would just look on Instagram or Facebook and go through people who I knew, might know somebody in Tampa who what girls out this way, and I would shoot. But once I started the Diamond District Models thing, a lot of the scouting was through my Instagram, and I would look for girls that I felt like was bad, you know. And for a long period of time, I wouldn't even shoot you if I ain't like what you look like. I ain't care about your money. I just, if you ain't looked a certain way, and it is nothing against what anybody look like. I don't know what looks good and what don't. I just know my preference. I can't speak for the masses. I just speak for me, what I like. And as an artist, I feel like if you're gonna create something, you need to stick true to what you create, because fans like what you do. You know what I'm saying? When you get a fan, they a fan of you for what you bring to the table, not for what you think other people think you want to bring to the table. Right. So I'm still that person. I still stick to my guns. I still stick to what I like. People think I'm big-headed or arrogant, and it's not, because I'm not at all. I don't think I'm better. Well, no, I do. I do think I'm better than everybody. but no disrespect. That's just competition. Yeah. I'm just a competitive. That's just my nature. And it's not that I don't want nobody to eat. I want everybody to eat. But I just want to be the best. I want to be the greatest. That's kind of faded away a little bit because now I'm more focused on the money. So being the greatest is kind of getting pushed to the back burner. Yeah.
So look though, with all these nudity shoots, like, is it hard to stay in a relationship?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, but let's keep it a buck. Staying in a relationship period is hard. You know what I'm saying? So we already know that's hard. So if you ask me, is staying in a relationship, getting a relationship, is any of that hard? Yeah. Hell no, it's beyond hard. It's being in a relationship period is hard. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? So you add this to it, this a whole nother ball game. Typically, really, ain't no woman really thinking that a person that do what I do can be monogamous or honest. So instantly they already judgmental to it. Most women not even gonna approach me on that. If they approach me, it's on some other shit. It ain't even on no relationship. So yeah. At least from my experience and what I think, I don't know what nobody on. Yeah. But yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, and the question everybody want to know, man, like with all these shoots, man, like how hard is it not to put that camera down, man? You know what I mean?
Shit.
Afterwards,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Once the shoot is done, man.
Well, you on the good questions now.
Yeah, they laying down in the bed, butt naked, man. So everybody want to know.
I mean,
does it go down, man?
I mean, you said a bed, you making it kind of personal, so people might go through my page and be like, let me see who on the bed. Yeah. But nah, I mean, just to kind of answer that, does some shit go down now? I would say yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's with one person, and most people know who that is, if they peeping. But there's been moments, yeah, where it's hard. It's hard. It just depending on where I was at that time. Yeah. So if I was wilding out, single, then yeah, it's hard. Got that damn pussy in front of you and shit, and that damn cameraman, if you good at what you do, the people will do it damn near anything in front of that camera because they know they're gonna get a level of quality that's gonna be worth what they put in.
What they put in. Yeah.
At least that's how they feel, and that's my opinion, because a lot of times, man, you don't even have to ask. You know, they just, this what I want to do. They hit you up, hey, I want to do a nude shoot, or I want to do something topless, or I want to do something like this, and I'm just looking like, damn, okay, this is about to be fun. Typically though, for the most part, you know, I rarely ever do my shoots by myself. For that simple fact. Yeah, I rarely do them by myself. I got somebody there. People don't know it behind the scenes. I mean, people don't know that behind the scenes is somebody, but typically it's always somebody there, a homeboy, another girl, a friend. It's somebody there. And I did that for multiple reasons, not just so I would not wild out, but truthfully so people can be comfortable, man, because really you can't get what you want to get if the model ain't comfortable.
Right. Right.
Typically,
Talk about that though a little bit, about the model being comfortable. Like how like do you go about that to making the models maybe more comfortable? Because some photographers, like you said, made the models uncomfortable, so you're not getting the best out of the pictures.
Yeah, I'm sure I probably made somebody uncomfortable because everybody's different, you know, and what makes them comfortable and what doesn't. But for what I try to do, one, I try not to touch, and if I do touch, I'm gonna ask first. I'm not gonna be looking when them titties come out. I'm not staring at the titties. Now, I've been guilty of that if we've had some type of conversations, you know, prior, but still my shoot always was first. So one thing I know, and if you look at my work, you can't look at it and think that I don't take it serious. I feel like in my work you can see I take it serious, and so you have to have some level of control to be able to get that shot. Right. Because when you talking about shooting somebody nude, the hardest thing about shooting nudity for me, I didn't want my nudity to look like porn. So in order for your nudity to not look like porn and look more like art, even when you pushing that envelope, legs open type shit, you can't let your dick take that picture. You gotta take that picture with your fucking eyes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So keeping people comfortable, keeping your hands off of them, allowing them to bring people if they say they need to bring somebody, all of those things is stuff I allow people to do. If it's something more private where I got other girls there, I need to know that you bringing somebody, because they might not want who you bringing to see them. It just all depends, but I'm more than I welcome anybody as long as they ain't in the way. Yeah. You know. Have you had any issues with girls and they boyfriends? Very few. As far as a boyfriend coming at me, nah. But or at the shoot in the corner. Nah, which is crazy. Rarely have I had anything like that with boyfriends. Because typically, man, I don't be on that, you know. And at the times when I was on that type of shit, they won't bring in their boyfriend to that shoot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He won't at that shoot. He definitely go get it. Yeah, he won't there, you know. So talk about that though, man. Let's get into like a crazy story that you can tell on camera that's gonna happen at one of these shoots that you done had. Okay. A wild story that you want to tell. It's a lot of them. Yeah. It's a whole lot of them. It's a whole lot of them. But just one that really stood out for me, without, you know, and I don't know if this is kissing and telling or not. Hopefully it ain't. Mm-hmm. But this was. Damn, I don't even know if I should say this shit. Should I say it? Yeah, talk about it. Go on and talk about it. Yeah, talk about it, man. You know, so I mean, this just for the interview. So don't nobody be judging me. Whoever watching this shit, just enjoy the interview. But yes, this was had to be about 2011. This was when I first started shooting, within the first year, somewhere around there. And I had a girl that came to book a shoot. She came through. She did her shoot. It was a nude shoot. She did her shoot. Probably took about an hour. This was at my apartment, because at that time I also would do backdrop shoots at my apartment, so I had a backdrop section set up. So we do the shoot. Shoot's over. I'm packing up my gear, you know, about to step out the room so she can go ahead and get herself together. And as I'm packing up my gear, she's still on the floor. She's sitting down. She says, yo, you gonna fuck me now or you gonna fuck me later? And I mean, I just kind of pause. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, okay, I think I'm about to do that now. You know what I'm saying?
Down.
Yeah, you know, and I, not that I didn't want to, that was never on my mind. I didn't even think that was something that we was on. But I was single. And I said, yeah, fuck it, I did it, right? So that's not the crazy part. You saying what's crazy? So my homegirl calls me the next day. She's like, bro, you know, you fuck such and such. I'm like, hell no, I don't do that. I don't fuck these models. And she was like, nigga, you don't gotta lie to me, you know. So long story short, she kept pressing me about it to the point where I'm like, damn, how does she seem like she knows? She was like, nigga, she went home, told her boyfriend, I booked the shoot with Diamond Dishes just so I could fuck him for some pictures. Bro, like that was when I started knowing that, okay, mixing business and pleasure might not be the vibe, you know.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question.
Yeah.
Your name ever got dirtied up?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, my name, your name, you can't do anything good and not get your name muddy. I don't care who you are, what you doing. I don't care if you're doing everything right, what you consider right. But yeah, I done muddied my name up myself in some ways. In some ways I haven't. So a lot of stuff is over exaggerated. But I don't argue with people, man. People would tag me and shit posts. I don't delete them. I don't block them. I don't unfollow, none of that. Just that's good energy for me, because at the end of the day, all publicity is good publicity, long as you don't let it bend you out of shape. Because people's interpretation is gonna be their thing. They're gonna see it how they see it. Yeah, but muddying up my name, my name been muddy out here. Some of it because of me, my own actions. You know, I take responsibility for it. Nothing I've ever done was out of malice or trying to be hurtful, or me throwing myself out there. For the most part, I'm still a dude. You get ass and titties in front of your face long enough, I don't care who you are. At some point, you single and you free to do what you want, you gonna wanna partake in the platter that's sitting in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So
that camera down,
at some point, you gonna want to. I don't care what nobody tell you. You get people and you get things, you know, so my mental back then was crazy, you know, so some of the ways I might have muddied my name was just my thought process. And I still got this thought process, I don't openly speak on it. You know, models hit you up, you know, and they want to shoot. And they like, okay, I want to shoot, blah, blah, blah. And after they tell you what you want to do and you tell them the rates, they like, oh, I thought I was going to do this for free. I'm like, oh, okay. So do I get some pussy with the shoot? You know what I'm saying? Like, and for me, that's not me trying to say, fuck me for these pictures, but it's me saying, if you don't think it's disrespectful to ask me to shoot you for free, then I don't think it's disrespectful for me to say I need to get some pussy out the deal. You know, and as ugly as that sound, it was me trying to teach a lesson. Yo, if you come into somebody that's doing this work, you don't realize the disrespect started when you asked to shoot for free. Now, I've never gave that scenario to somebody to say, shoot me for free, and I say, well, give me some pussy, but that was my mindset. You see what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm thinking, how you got the audacity to ask me to shoot for free, work for free, and I'm disrespectful if I'm wanting something
for return,
in return out of
your work,
you know, for my work.
So in the field, do you deal with more women doing good business, or do you deal more so with that
good business, more good business, more good business? Typically, man, for women, for the most part, for women, and this is my psychology. Right, this I'm on my psychologist shit right now, right? And I could be wrong, but just based on what I've experienced, all women want to be sought after. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not pressing up on them, they're not gonna press up on me for the most part. It don't even matter if they like me. It don't matter if they think I'm attractive when I pull up. They're not gonna typically throw themselves at you, because that's not in a woman's nature. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, that's not the natural woman's nature, especially where we live in our society, in America. You know, they want to do the choosing. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to feel like the nigga choosing them. You know what I'm saying? So they want you to make that first move typically. And so I've had situations where girls would flirt And I got to a place where I would be numb to it. I wouldn't even see it. So now sometimes I don't even see it. But yeah, it's for the most part, it's more business. It's more professional business than unprofessional business that happens. Yeah, it's more of that.
Have you, and what about, because you know, with the content you posting, man, a lot of it can go on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So have you tapped into that?
Oh yeah, that's.
You know what I mean? Talk about that a little.
Yeah. So I stayed away from OnlyFans for at least 6-7 years. You know, OnlyFans. A lot of people think OnlyFans is just something that just came about.
Okay, it's been around for a minute.
It's been around for years and years. It could have been around longer than 6 years ago, but I stayed away from it because earlier on, I didn't want to feel like I was exploiting women. And that's why when I started, I didn't start out with nudity. I just felt like I'm taking advantage. And over time, I started realizing that you ain't taking advantage of doing something somebody asking you to do. You know, but my conscience was telling me, it don't matter if they ask you, they don't know what they asking you, so don't do it. You know, and I got to a place where I said, nah, you know what? It's a whole lot of money I'm missing. If they want to do it, I'ma do it. And so I got into the OnlyFans, I think August last year, 2021. And I started with 2 girls. I'm not gonna put them out here. But I started with 2 girls, and I was so desperate to see if it would work. I offered them for every 5K I made them, for every 7K I made them, just give me 500. That's not even 4%. That ain't even that's no money. You know, that's pennies. Yeah. But it was me trying to see if I could make it work, because I felt like I could get these girls to $1,000 a day, cash. You know, after day money. So 7K a week. So that would be 500 a week, 1,000 a week for me, which is still working for free.
Exactly, still working for free.
It's still working for free in my mindset, but I wanted to see if it would work. And I had an idea that it would, because I had my own OnlyFans where I sold uncensored content for the models that gave me permission to do that. And one of these girls in particular, 600, we paid her 600 for a shoot, made 6K off that shoot in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, come on.
3 weeks, and it was a topless shoot, barely one nipple showing, and you niggas was paying to see that half a nipple. I'm not bullshitting, bro. It was 3 pictures. It was 3 pictures that I sold, and it was $30 for 3 pictures.
Yeah.
And it was only one picture showed a nipple, and it was half of it. But because she's never been nude and she's got a decent fan base,
they want to see that.
They wanted to see it. And then I realized, hold on, it's a lot of money in this. And so she was a good person to work with. And so instead of me taking and flipping that money, which I should have kept doing, which the average person would have kept doing, I just don't like eating off of somebody where I can show them how to eat, especially when they show me that they good people. You know, so I just put her on to it. I'm like, look, this is what I'm making off you. Let me show you how you can make that. And if it worked, this is what you give me back. Now I do 20% for anybody that want help with their OnlyFans. Typically what I look for is girls that are already not out here naked. Girls that are pretty, or at least what I deem as pretty. And again, I don't decide what's pretty and what ain't. It's just what I deem. Yeah, it's a lot of money in it. The one of the girls, the 2 girls that I talked about that I brought into this, where they was already on OnlyFans, but they wasn't making the kind of money that they was making until I started taking it over. And yeah, one of the girls in particular, I mean, she's probably at this point now, in 6 months, at least 100K. You know, clear.
Yeah.
Clear. And the dope part about it is, you know, she had a good heart. And so for me, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see her eat. And that's why I really didn't ask for a lot of money. It wasn't really about the money for me. It was about seeing this person get to that place. You help somebody get there. When you need help, they'll help you. You know, that's my mentality. And yeah, she don't need no nigga for shit. Yeah. And I like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She don't need no nigga. She don't need me if she didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? If she didn't want my help, she don't need it. because I've showed her what I do. I've shown her what I do. All she gotta do is do it if she wanted
Do
to.
it.
But that's the type of person I am.
Yeah.
Beyond all the extra other shit,
That
you
go
know.
on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. So talk about one of your biggest pet peeves though from working with models.
All right. So probably my biggest pet peeve is don't send me somebody else's picture and say I want to do this. Because if you send me somebody else's picture and say you want to do that, I'm gonna say go book them. I don't do their work. They don't do my work. So, you know, if I'm an artist, and an artist of whatever type, whether I paint, whether I rap, whether I sing, you got your own style. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody wants you to take your style and be something different, that's no longer your style.
Yeah.
So don't hit me up and say, hey, can we do this? Nah, we can't do that. But you can holler at whoever shot that picture, and y'all can do that. And it's no disrespect. It's just I'm an artist, and I respect myself as an artist. So if you saw my work and you like what you saw, book me for what you see. Don't book me to tie my hands behind my back and say do something different.
Yeah.
That ain't me no more.
That ain't you.
Yeah, that ain't me no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So another pet peeve, I don't like backdrops. I hate plain backdrops. That's boring as hell to me. I just can't. I turn down money because I won't shoot backdrop. But now, I'm not gonna say I still turn it down, but I kind of run away from it a little bit. I'll pass you along to somebody I know that shoot backdrops before I do it.
Before you do it.
Yeah, because it's just, you're not getting my work, and I'm gonna be bored. If I'm bored, you ain't gonna like the work. You know what I'm saying? So I try to stay away from that.
So where you trying to take your brand as a whole, Diamond District?
As a whole, I don't want to be doing none of the work. I want a whole bunch of other photographers, videographers that represent my brand. They can eat off of what I've created, and I sit back and make a percentage, almost like a franchise. So a lot of people that have Diamond District everywhere, and I ain't got to be there.
Yeah.
Just give me pennies off the dollar.
Yeah.
You know.
Yo, hey,
Just give me pennies off the dollar. If I build a brand, if I can build a brand that people want that brand, and I can teach other people how to do what I do, I don't want to do the work. You know, even when I started this, I never wanted to be the photographer that walked in the building with the badge and the camera on. Hell no, I want to walk the red carpet with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I want the niggas taking a picture of me.
Yeah.
So
that vibe.
Yeah. So not that I want to be in front of the on the scene, because I ain't really that tight, but I just working for the money is just never. I like passive income, so I don't really want to work for it. But I got to work to get to that place, you know, where I can let somebody else do it. That's part of the reason why you can't see my face nowhere. Yeah. Nobody don't know who Diamond District is. I could send you as Diamond District somewhere, and you could shoot the video, take the photos. Nobody ain't gonna know. They never know. Mm-hmm. And I started that, to be real. I haven't fully allowed people to shoot in my stead, and I'm not there, but I have started it. I've done 1 or 2 projects like that where I didn't do the work. I was on set, making sure lighting was right, making sure camera settings were right, because that is my niche. I am the best at that. I don't care who watching this. Nobody is better than me at lighting. Yeah. Nobody is better than me at composition. There are people that is dope as hell, take nothing from nobody, but being better than me, nah, we might be on the same level, but you ain't better.
And how did you get there on your lighting? Because your lighting, it is top of the line. How do you light everything up? So talk about that. How did you get there, and what is your favorite light to use?
Okay.
Anybody, photographer watching this.
Yeah, so I got my light like that, being picky, you know, just being an extreme critic of myself, and you know, starting out, I would go outside. I didn't know how to work this camera, bro. My bro gave me this camera. I didn't know how to turn it on. I didn't know where the on switch was at. So didn't go to school for none of this. Nobody set me down and taught me this. You know what I did? I took my camera and I took my kids outside, and I would take pictures of them all day, and I would focus on one thing. So I might go out one day and I want the sky to be blue in my pictures. How do I get the sky to be blue and still see who's in my picture? And so if you don't shoot pictures, you thinking that's an easy task. But if you shoot pictures, you know that the sun in the sky represents a light source. And in order to see the color in the sky, you will have to bring certain settings down so it's not oversaturating that light. But then that makes the whoever you're shooting, they're gonna be dark. So you have to learn how to relight, light shit. And it took a minute, but it didn't take me that long. But it did take a minute, and that's pretty much how I learned it.
So yours were more so hands-on, or did you use like YouTube or any of that?
I did a little bit of YouTube, but the problem with YouTube is I rarely find people on YouTube that creates work on the level that I want to create. So it's like, I don't want to learn from somebody that ain't where I want to be.
Where you want to be.
Yeah, so not shooting. I might have got on YouTube to learn how to turn my camera flash or turn my settings in my white balance to flash instead of, the sun. Because that kind of stuff I didn't know. But as for shooting, no, I never got on YouTube to teach me how to shoot. I just shot what I like.
Yeah.
But I did have friends, rest in peace to one of my bros, Mel, that used to critique me every damn day. I was never good enough, but that was really what I needed to push me. You know what I'm saying? He'd tell me every day, I like this, but you cut a foot off. I like that, but why you cut the top of the little bit of their head off? Why ain't you back up some?
Right.
Always on me every day, in my inbox. Nobody didn't know it, but he was on me every day. So it just got me better and got me thinking about the proper way to shoot. And then you break the rules after you learn the rules, But yeah, that's basically how I got better at that. But my favorite light is definitely probably my speed lights. Yeah, I do a lot with speed lights. I started with alien bees. I still got them, and they still come in clutch when you need them. But speed lights, because I shoot a lot in the shade or overcast, because so you can get the best light. So you ain't fighting that sun, because that sun is powerful. So that's a tip. That's a tip to everybody that's shooting. Get in the shade. Ain't gonna tell you no more though. You got to pay for some more.
You heard them. Get in the shade.
Get in the shade.
And what can people let the people know where they can tap in and see all your work or your Instagram, your website?
Yeah, all right. So yeah, I just basically my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, everything that matter is there.
Okay.
But yeah, my Instagram is @2, the number 2, and then DEEZ. I'm sure you'll probably put it on the screen somewhere.
Anything else you want to get off your chest though before we get up out of here, man?
Not really. I think that's it. But I need some more people to book me. I do this full time now, so I don't do nothing but this. You can trust me. I ain't touching none of these girls out here. I got a girl. I'm good on all that. So let's work. Book me. I got a special going on. I don't really want to get the numbers out there, because if he put this video out, and then a year from now you see the video, that special might be gone.
Yeah.
So, but I do got a special going on. I got booking fees that start at any budget. I'm shooting photos and videos, so you get my level of work, and my style of lighting on photo and video. Now on the video side, I do have a team with me, and so it's not just me, and I'll go into that another day, but that's what's up. Holla at me.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. So this your boy Shooter Trav, Media House News, man. We up out of here.
Yeah, facts.